Hello, my name's Michaela and I am the GWKid Mummy. So my first video is going to be about how to run a household. I've struggled with this for many years. I have a very busy family and I home educate my son. He's 8 and managing what I need to do in the day and also managing what I need to do for my husband as well as what I need to do for my child's education can be quite tricky balancing that. The first tip is to become organised. The second tip is to write down exactly what you want from your day. So what your child wants, what you want and what your husband want. Then write it down on a piece of paper and then try and sort out the hours of the day. So from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. And allocate the time, a time I should say, for each of those things. So in the morning I would suggest work on you, so whatever you do to wake up, however you wake up. I would suggest starting with a glass of water, health-wise, and then filling in your moment for prayer and devotion for yourself, and prayer of your family, your husband, etc, 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 all that good stuff. And then after you've got washed and dressed, everything's done for you, then you slot in everybody else. I find this works better as a second tip, because if you just get everything done for you, then you're free to then help your family. Right, so third tip is to manage, or not manage, but devise a schedule for your child or children. So a day schedule, so you know what their schedule is, what's happening, and if there's any free time in between, like an hour or two to give to yourself, maybe to go to the gym, maybe to exercise, maybe to do a bit of Bible study and reading during the day, housework, cooking. I find that the housework and the cooking, get it done as early as possible before you start your day, in the morning, early. So if your child gets up, say, I don't know, say 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock for school, I would advise getting up 1 to 2 hours before. I know it sounds, wow, 1 to 2 hours before, but if you have a busy schedule, I really recommend it to get up at least 1 to 2 hours before the household gets up, so you can just make sure that everything's done. So then you're free to then, I'm sorry about that noise, that alarm has been going on for the last half hour. I do apologise, I can't stop the video because this is like probably the 10th time we've done this, so I do apologise. Yes, so just manage the schedule so that you can slot yourself in to any free time that you have, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I've got to cook this, I've got to rush and cook whatever. Oh, it's gone off, thank goodness. A prayer has been answered. No, sorry, carrying on. Yes, so get everything done in the morning, so then you're free for your child's and your husband's schedule for the day. That's it. Yeah. So my fourth tip is don't get easily distracted. Now, it's very easy once we have it all planned out and everything is wonderful, we get distracted by other things. For example, say you had a plan, right, okay, I'm going to go to the gym, or I'm on this new diet. The alarm again! That alarm again! Again! Outside! Someone's car alarm keeps going off. It's okay, bring it back, say a prayer and you're fine. Okay, right, okay, gonna do this.
What were you saying about distractions?
I know. Say a little prayer. Right. Yes, don't get distracted by alarms, by family, by people, by ideas, by, oh, that looks nice, oh, that would be nice to do, blah, blah. This year, God has a plan for me, as he does with you, as he does with your next door neighbour, as he does with your brother, your sister. He has a plan. he's told me this plan. Don't get distracted by it. If you have a plan, stick to it. So if you've devised your schedule and you've written it all out and it's on the fridge door, oh, that'd be nice to do that little course. Oh, actually, I want to meet up with that friend for coffee. No, don't do it. Stick to the plan. Because you know what happened? That coffee then turns into a brunch, and then the brunch, and it just, and you end up wasting and investing time that doesn't contribute to your day, and you wonder why you're stressed, and you wonder why you're overly what's the word? Nothing. You're not accomplishing anything because you're not using your time wisely. Every hour of your day is an investment in everything. From the moment you woke up, invest in the time God has given you for the day. So don't waste it. If you've devised a schedule to invest in your life, in your time, every bit of that time you've put into those things, when you've slot in those things that you need to happen in the day for you, for your child, for your husband, and you've given them a scheduled time, do it. Now, some people will say, oh, you know, I'm not on schedules, and when time for doing things, and I rather just go with the wind. Okay, that's completely fine. But for us who like to be a bit organised and have busy lives, I find a schedule works. And I like schedules. Sometimes you may not always stick to it, but at least it's there, and you can always come back to it. If something happens and you need to amend or whatever, you have one and it's there. Stick to it. Don't get distracted. Fifth and final tip. Pray. Now, some of you may not be Christians. That's okay. But I recommend it. I recommend it because I do it and it really does work. Pray to God. Schedules can be affected. Yes, you could plan to your best to do it, but it can be affected by things that are out of your control. Yeah? You need God to help to protect you from those things, to help you through them, because it can be quite difficult. You know, when you have especially a busy schedule, and maybe things change, especially with when home educating, interests change with the child daily, hourly, minutely. You know these kids be out in these streets stressing you out. So you've got to just move with the flow, and that's okay. You can do move with the flow. It's healthy. It's great. But it's important to have God with you so that He helps you through that, because if it gets stressful, if it changes, if you need a break, if you need help to stay strong on the path, on the schedule, as it were, that He's put you on, you need Him. You need Him every day. Yeah, so when you do that prayer that I personally recommend in the morning, really pray for yourself that you're able to accomplish the things that you put down to help your family during the day. Really focus on that, because you will find your strength, your empowerment, your ability to do it all. There's no such thing as can't do. Oh, that's too much. If you feel you can do it and you feel you're not strong enough, that's okay. Let God take the wheel. He'll do it. It's fine. That means I don't have to. Yeah, so pray. Never underestimate the power of prayer. I keep saying that to people. Like, I remember like a couple of years ago, I think I was talking with my cousin over the table. I was on holiday, and she said she had a headache or something. And I said, did you pray on it? And she's like, yeah, kind of. I don't think she really did. But I said, I'm telling you, prayer works. And if you truly have God in your heart, and it really does work. For those of you who are not Christian, I recommend it. I really do recommend it. Or someone praying for you. But just to have that focus, that strong focus, that you're going to accomplish it with God. Because you can't accomplish something that's supernatural as managing a household as a woman. Most men can do it too, but I'm a woman, so I'm speaking from my female perspective. You need God. You need God. When you're tired, when you've done a full day, you know, basically sometimes I feel like I'm doing 2 or 3 jobs at the same time, you know. It's tiring. It's physically, emotionally tiring being a mum, being a dad. It's you guys know it's hard. You need God to replenish you. You do. You need prayer. You need guidance. You need protection. You know, it's not all, okay, I can do, I. Actually, there's no I at all. With him, you can't do anything. So those are my 5 tips, and this is my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, and I hope to do many more. We're having fun as a family doing them, and yeah, thank you for listening, and bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.